All right, guys, it's your boy ChronicTurbo with ChronicTurbo Reviews. Here we have a vehicle that's a bit controversial for most people, but I still think it's a cool car. It just wasn't done right at launch. We have a 2026 Charger ScatPack Sixpack. This is the Blacktop package. It's not the Plus. This is the base ScatPack Sixpack. But of course, this is the high output engine. You know, the standard output would be in the RT. We're gonna review this one today. I got the keys. I'm gonna go ahead and get it started up. We're gonna hear how the engine sounds. And we're gonna talk about some of the features that come with this new Charger. Now, actually, I like the vehicle. I think it's absolutely cool, but it's up to you to decide if this is something you want to own. If you want this one in particular, or any other for that matter, come to Winter Haven, Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, and Ram to ask for Phil, and he can get you situated. And they actually offer huge discounts. They have a special where this one's going for about $588 a month for special financing. So if you're interested in that kind of thing, you want a car like this, come get it. Tell them ChronicTurbo sent you. All right, we're not gonna waste any time. We don't have a lot of daylight left, so let's get right into it. But of course, right up front, you do have that nice and muscular hood, and you do have six-pack right there. This is a fake hood vent. It's not actually functional, but it is a nice design, so I'll give them that. But if you step back, you can see that huge bulge, and that's how you know you have an engine. Because yes, I know a lot of people may confuse that all Charger, you know, modern Chargers are EVs, and that's not the case anymore. You know, the EV Charger will have that R-wing up front where it allows the air to pass through, but you don't have that here. You do just have the bulge in the hood to let you know that you do have an engine on this model. There's your Fraxall symbol right there. It does illuminate. You have full LEDs on the headlights and the turning signals. Very nice looking vehicle. I think design wise, they did a pretty good job. I know some may hate it, and you're fully entitled to your opinion, but they could have did a lot worse, honestly. It does look like a muscle car. Doesn't sound like one though. We'll get to that later in the video. But it's fast. I'm not even gonna lie to you. The car is a performer. It's a boat. It is pretty heavy, and we'll get more into the dimensions, but it's sitting at 4,816 pounds. So it's a pretty heavy boy. It's about a couple hundred, actually, I think more than a couple hundred pounds heavier than the outgoing Charger and Challenger. So definitely take that into account, but it makes a hell of a lot more power, and it's all-wheel drive. So kind of balances out in a bit, and it's much faster in that regard. You're talking, I'm not gonna be completely accurate because it does vary depending on where you live and, you know, your climate. But you're looking at 3.9 seconds, 0 to 60. In a car this heavy, that's pretty damn awesome, if you ask me. And you can own this one for a little bit under 60 grand, actually. They start at about $54,995. The way this one is optioned, it comes up to $60,000, but of course they have incentives and everything like that. They are offering huge specials on these vehicles, so you would definitely get it under 60. Just give them a holler. Come down here, tell them ChronicTurbo sent you. I'm telling you. I'll put their information in the video as well, so you'll be able to see that. But let's get more into the dimensions of the vehicle. Huge, massive car, or coupe, or whatever you want to call it. This thing is longer than most vehicles on the road. It's as long as some three-row SUVs, if not longer. You're talking about a 202-inch car. Actually, I'm lying. 206.6 inches in length. Wheelbase is 121. Width is 79.8 because it does come standard with a wide body. It's not just tacked on fender flares. I'm not taking any shots at the previous Charger and Challenger, but let's be honest, that wasn't a true wide body. This one is a true wide body. It comes with the wide body built in. Height is 59 inches. And you do have these 20-inch rims on here as well. 305s in the rear, 305s up front. It is all-wheel drive, like I said. So you can rotate your tires on this one, actually. And it is recommended. But you do have some Goodyear tires on here. They're pretty nice. I mean, they do the job. Check them out. They offer discounts on every last single one of them. Then you have that black roof, because this does have the Blacktop package, of course. And you have that blacked out spoiler as well. Vehicle is gnarly to look at. Black, all on the mirror caps. This is not the Plus, so you don't get the turn signal indicators in the actual mirror cap itself, but you do have blind spot monitoring. As you can see, the little symbol right there. Go around back, you have gloss black on the bottom portion of the rear bumper. I guess you could call it a diffuser. It's nothing too crazy. You have dual outlet exhaust, and they are black tipped as well as a part of the Blacktop package. That's your another Fratzog logo. Full LED headlights, tail lamps with your reverse lights. Go ahead and pop this trunk, and we're going to talk about the space as well. You just press that little button right there, and you do have to lift because it's pretty heavy. But there we go. 23.6 cubic feet of space. That is more than adequate for most people. Actually, it's 22.8. I don't know where I get 23.6 cubic feet from. I've been doing a lot of reviews today, guys, so I have random numbers in my head. I totally apologize for that. But you do have a privacy cover right here, and you know, some more knickknacks that come with the vehicle, you know, tire inflator, so on and so forth. We go ahead and look under this area right here. You do have some extra storage. There's your battery and more electricals. You do have part of your speaker system down there as well. Your subwoofer is under the floor. But I like the fact that it's a hatchback design. Adds a lot more functionality to the vehicle. It's very practical. You want a sports car, and yes, I say sports car because I don't believe this is a muscle car, at least not yet. But it can pass for a sports car to a lot of people. But let's go ahead and close it up. Let's pop that hood. We're gonna talk some of the specs, and I'm gonna get you a good look at that 6-pack engine. Oh, also, very large. Just press it, it opens right up, but it's huge. Look how big this thing is versus that tiny little nozzle. You have all this real estate. But I get it. It used to be a charger port. And then you have your Bumblebee logo right there. It's more like a gold instead of yellow now, but it's actually pretty cool. I like the design of it. It's very premium looking. This is a very premium looking vehicle, if you ask me. And you know, that's why I'm giving you the point of view, so it's like you're seeing it in person. They came a long way. You know, the old Charger and Challenger was getting a little bit longer in the tooth. Not saying they look bad, but they've been around for so long that you could see them in your dreams and your nightmares. They were pretty much everywhere. Everybody has one now. You don't see these anywhere at all. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. It depends on how you interpret it. But let's just say you won't be in regular traffic if you buy one of these, because they're not. You don't really see them. So if you want to be unique and be different and still be fast, get you one of these. I'm considering it myself. I don't hate this car at all. I'm truly considering buying one of these. It would be good for the channel, you know, whether it's, you know, controversial, but I think it'd be good for the channel if I own one of these. A lot of content could be made. But go ahead, reach under here, pull on this latch twice, blah, and we pop the hood, baby. There's no latch to reach under. You do have to just pull the lever twice and the hood comes right up. Hydraulic hood struts, booyah, that's how you do it. Shout out to Ford for not doing that shit. Dodge did it right. And you know, I'm not saying Ford is absolutely trash, because I do love the Mustang. It's my favorite muscle car, at least as far as like heritage goes or anything like that. But I'm a big guy, I'll probably get one of these. But that's enough about that. Let's talk about this engine that I'm looking at right now. 3-liter Hurricane twin turbo inline 6. Yes, it's an inline 6. And you know who else make inline 6s? BMW. And you know what they do. 550 horsepower, 531 pound-feet of torque. That's a lot of power. 0 to 60, 3.9 seconds. Automatic transmission with all-wheel drive. You do have dual mode exhaust, launch control, and line lock. So this car is an absolute beast. Sorry about that, guys. That was totally embarrassing. My gimbal died. It's a great gimbal, but the battery life on it is not the best. I'm probably going to upgrade soon. I mean, that was my starter gimbal. It is the X3 from Hohem, but I'm probably going to upgrade to the M7 because it's much better for what I needed to do, and it's more sturdy. It can handle a little bit more weight, so on and so forth. But I'm not going to talk about my equipment. Just give you a good look at this engine bay. Sorry if the camera's a little shaky because I don't have my gimbal right now. You do have a strut tower brace going across. It's not the best looking thing in the world, but it's functional. It gets the job done, if you ask me. You do have a tasteful engine cover. It does say 6-pack. It's pretty hot under here because I had the car running for a while after being driven. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the engine bay. Let's go ahead and get inside this vehicle, talk some of the space and some of the features that you get for $54,995. So that's the more reasonably priced ScatPack 6-pack. When you think about it, the wide body ScatPack Charger and Challenger was going for about that price, if not a little bit more. You know, it easily could be over $60,000 out the door. So this is reasonable. They can get pretty high up in the range though if you get crazy with the options. So I think you will be happy with this. Once you see inside, you'll see what I'm talking about, because either way, it is miles and miles away better than the previous generation in every last single way as far as the interior goes. I can show you better than I can tell you. Of course, keyless entry, and you do have remote start as well. I'm not going to do the remote start, but of course this is the key fob right here. Very tasteful, similar to the Jeep keys. Let's go ahead and hop in here. Thinking about getting in the back just to show you what that space is like, because contrary to other muscle cars, this has usable space. And I'll show you by getting my 6'1" behind back here. And wow, look at that. I can actually sit back here. Holy shit. Oh, sorry, excuse my language. Oh my God, YouTube. But I can actually sit back here. I am extremely comfortable. I actually have headroom. I have all of these things going for myself back here. Leg room. I'm not squashed. There's still space for another adult back here. You could actually travel with your friends and do a decent road trip in this car. Now, you guys are probably going to kill me for this, or unfollow or unsubscribe or whatever it is, and I'm sorry, but this has a better interior than the Mustang, in my opinion. And I love the S650 generation, but this is better. It's not night and day, but it's better. It's absolutely better. More space, more usable. The back seat is not an afterthought. It's not vestigial. It's actually usable. So kudos to Dodge for that. They just got to work on their marketing and pricing. And I don't think Stellantis really knows what they're doing in that department. They kind of just got to let Dodge take the wheel, because Dodge know how to market Dodges the best. So give Dodge back control, and I think we'll see a good turnaround for this vehicle. This vehicle has a lot of potential. I mean, as far as looks go, like I said, at least in my opinion, interior and exterior, it's a damn good car. I mean, look at all the materials. I mean, this is hard touch, but you have soft touch on this minuscule armrest right here. The seats are leather with vinyl inserts, well, cloth, vinyl, whatever you want to call it. You know, it's all got fancy names. Do have red stitching to match the exterior of the vehicle, and you can see into the trunk from right here. That's why I love hatchbacks. You can reach back and grab something if you forgot it, so on and so forth. The vehicle, this is a family car. Like, you can have a family in this car. You can have a family in a Mustang too, but they have to be babies or kids. You can have full grown children in this car. You have AC vents for the rear, 2 Type-C ports as well, plenty of foot space. I got leg room. Like I said, I'm not the biggest guy in the world, but I'm pretty huge. LED lighting for the rear. I don't know how well that works. It's not nighttime, so I'm not sure how bright it gets. I haven't been in this vehicle at night. Spent most of my time in it in the daytime. Like I said, I'm comfortable back here. As you can see, I'm chilling. Most of the time, I'm ready to jump out of the back of any coupe that I'm in whatsoever. But that's because it's the same size no matter if you go for the coupe or the 4-door. The Charger has become the Challenger and the Charger at the same time. But remember, the Charger started out as a coupe. It just transitioned to the 4-door because, you know, that's what Americans wanted, and they want to differentiate it from the Challenger. But when you think about it, they just went back to their roots. And that's why I say it looks damn good, because it kind of puts you in the mind of the old school Charger. This is what it's supposed to look like. I know a lot of people don't like it because they're used to the modern looks of the Charger, but it's just going back to the way it used to be. That's all. Don't be mad at them. Just be happy they at least listened and decided to put a ICE engine in the Charger rather than keeping it EV and letting it die. And speaking on the EV, would I buy one? If the deal's good enough, probably. If I can get an EV Charger for a good price, I will buy it, because why not? I could get one under $40,000. Hell yeah. Because it's still a damn good looking car. And it's still a Charger as far as, like, you know, all the features that you get, and, you know, this interior to exterior pretty much have the same looks. I would buy it if it was under 40 grand. But this one, this would be what I would be aiming for. Absolutely. I doubt I'll be able to afford the V8 model, because it's going to be over $100,000. I'm sure of it, or at least close. So take that into account as well. If you're waiting on the V8, it's going to be expensive, because if this one's around 60, what do you think the V8 is going to cost? Like, be realistic. They're going to slap you across the face with a crazy price. You already know they're not good with the pricing. But let's go ahead and hop up front. I'm ready to turn the vehicle on. I am a bit hot, so let's go ahead and get it started. And I'm going to play an exhaust clip for you as well. All right, I put the seat back and it automatically adjusts back into place. I don't have to do it myself. It is a bit of a waiting game. By this being a coupe that is built to also be a 4-door as well, you do have a very large opening for the door, so it's easy to step in, but also be careful how you park close to the next vehicle, because that could be catastrophic. Does have a borderless design. Like I said, it is a coupe, so don't grab the frame, grab the door. That goes for your passenger princess as well. You know, they're known for doing that. Mrs. Chapman, which is my wife, and by the way, my last name is Chapman. But start the engine. Here's your start button right here. Just click that. Engine roars to life. Roar, purr, whatever you want to call it. I know it's not a V8. At this point, there's no point in being mad about it. The car is still cool. But I'll go ahead and show you that exhaust clip, and then we'll get back into the video. All right, let's get back to the review. Like I said, the vehicle is priced starting around $54,995, but with the options, it comes up to $60,175. And you ask, what options? Well, you have the red eye exterior paint, as you can see on this vehicle. That's a $695 option with the gloss black roof. And then, of course, you have preferred package, which is the blacktop package, you know, the dual rear exhaust and all that other stuff that it comes with that. That's a $1,295 package. Then you have the 20-inch with the 305s for the tires. That's $1,195, and the destination charge, which is $1,995, for a total of $60,175. Now, with discounts, you can definitely get it back down to about $54,000. So I still think it's a pretty good deal, because that's about what you'll get for a Mustang GT, and this car is a lot faster than the Mustang GT. And it's an inline six, so the potential is pretty high. You can make this a whole lot faster. There's some tuners out there already doing that as well. So the potential for this vehicle is a lot crazier than the actual previous ScatPack. You had to do a lot to that car to get it to make more power than what it was making from the factory, but this one, not so much. But let's go ahead and continue with the video. Look at these huge displays. You have a 10.25-inch driver display right here. And then you have a 12.3-inch infotainment display. And this is what I mean by it's better than the Mustang. It's separate. It's not that huge panoramic display. You actually feel like you're in a car rather than a spaceship. To some people, that's okay. Mustang should have just stayed with the dual cowl setup. That's iconic Mustang. But like I said, everybody's doing something different. I mean, look at the Charger. It's different. Just don't feel like you're in a Charger at all. Other than the fact that it says Charger right there. You don't feel like you're in a Charger, and that's a good thing. This don't feel like a YN's car. And I say that because the main reason I don't currently drive a Mopar is because the reputation of it sucks right now, at least. So hopefully this car could change that. Being that no one really has it right now, it kind of doesn't have any reputation at all. So this is the time to get one. That way we could build a good reputation for the vehicle, rather than just have something stupid happen and just have a bunch of people get their hands on it and just do dumb crap. But to the door panels, this is hard touch. But it does feel really not soft, but really smooth. This is all plastic. Normally you have LED lighting, but not on this trim right here. This is hard touch as well. You do have some leather right here. Does feel very nice. Let me go ahead and open the door. You do have the door button right there. You just press it with your thumb, and you can open up that door. More hard touch right there. You do have space right here for, I guess, some rulers or whatever. You know, your drag slips or whatever. You know, you want to put your times right there. Got a sideways cup holder. Well, you can put a sub right there, and you have some space right there as well. AC vents, very nice. Throws the air really well. That one's way on that side, but these basically face the driver. But you could point it facing the passenger, but I think they're primarily facing me because I'm getting blasted right now. Open up this. You do have a decent amount of space in here as well. You do have a 12-volt, as you can see. Pretty good space though. You can put your Bible in there. You're gonna have to pray, you know, that you don't get tomatoes thrown at you for driving this car, even though I think it's one of the cooler cars out right now. Open this glove box. It's not lined with felt, but it is damped. I mean, I'm in a good place, man. That's not a wireless charger. That's just a place to put your phone. Like I said, this is not the Plus. Plus comes with all those features. So if you want all of that, you step up to the Plus and you pay over $60,000 guaranteed. You're guaranteed to pay over $60,000 for that car. Cup holders are a good size, decent amount of space. You do have space to put your phone. That's what it's intended to be used for. I know a lot of people didn't know that. Or you can put your business cards in there because you're going to need it. If you want to afford the Plus, you're going to need a business or a very good job. But here's your parking sensors down here at the bottom, your auto start and off feature for when you're sitting at a red light idling or anything like that. You have that on and off feature right there. 2 USB type C's right there as well. Launch control, which is actually, this car is insane with the acceleration. It has crazy acceleration. And on the top end, you don't really feel it as much because, you know, anytime you have turbos or anything like that, but it is an inline six. It's not a 4-cylinder, it's an inline six. It's still got some get up and go. 500 and something horsepower just don't just disappear like that. It's there. It just, you don't feel that kick as much, but it's still flying, trust me. Your drive mode selector right here. You got sport, custom, wet, snow, auto. Now you got to give it time to change. Like if I change it to custom, nothing happens on custom. Shit. Let me put it in wet snow and see what graphics we get. Goes to wet snow. Traction control is back on. Gauges didn't change at all. Now let's see what happens when we go to sport. Traction control is off. Boom, sport gauges. You have your speedometer right in the middle. You have your boost pressure right there on the side. Your RPMs on both sides of the screen. You do have this dead portion right here because the screen could be larger. You could get a 12.3 inch here as well, but that's optional for the higher trims. Soft touch going across the dash. This is hard touch up here, but this portion of the dash is soft touch, at least the lower portion. The top portion is not. So do what you will with that information. The shifter does feel very nice. It's very smooth. It's a soft touch plastic. And then of course you have like a vinyl material. I wouldn't say this is leather. It's more like a leatherette because it's not soft at all. It's very scratchy. Then you have that red stitching right there as well. Snappy interface on the Uconnect system. One of the best in the game. Mopars have always had great screens as far as, like, you know, how snappy they are, at least since Uconnect 4. Can't really speak on before that, but they've always been industry leading when it came to that. Very snappy. You could find everything you want. Heated seats in this vehicle as well. 3-stage heated seats actually. Don't have cool seats, but you can step up to get that. Here's your cruise control settings over here, and then your voice settings. You do have volume and tuning controls on the back of the steering wheel in typical Mopar fashion. And do you have these very small paddle shifters? Like, when I say tiny, tiny. Look at that. That's it for this vehicle, guys. I hope you enjoy it, and I hope you give this car a chance. I want it to survive so I can see what it turns into. Plus, I would love to own one myself. I don't want it to die before that happens. But then again, the value will shoot up. But I want it to shoot up after I get it. But let me know what you guys think. Do you think this deserves all the hate that it gets, or is it just a bad launch and it honestly does have a lot of potential? Tell me what your thoughts are on that. That's enough from me, guys. Peace.